So, ready to go into our first presentation. We have Killian from Papershop, and he's going to be talking through a restaurant management system. Killian, you good to go?
Yeah.
Go for it. All right, good luck.
Hi, everyone. I'm Killian, and I'm working on Papershop with Richard. So we're delighted to be here today to pitch to you our project. And at Papershop, our mission is to bring restaurant menus into the 21st century. So my teammate Richard's dad has been a restaurant owner for over 20 years now. And in the past, anytime he wanted to change his menu, he would just simply update it in one place. So if you wanted to update a product, say, change a dish to its name or whatever, he would simply make that change and print it off, and he would then distribute it back to his customers. But today, things are a lot more complicated. Simple updates, such as adding a new dish, a new pasta dish or something, must now be updated across platforms like Deliveroo, Just Eat, and Uber Eats. But also not to forget that they need to also update on their printed menus, and all of these other websites too. So menus are obviously very difficult to keep updated across all of these platforms. Introducing Papershop, all-in-one menu management. So here's how it works. You update your menu once on Papershop, and then we will push updates on your behalf to these platforms. Let me show you how a restaurant will get started with Papershop. So any restaurant can get started instantly. If you're already on Just Eat, Deliveroo, or Uber Eats, getting started is as simple as importing your menu from these websites. And we can do that for you by importing your menus using our web scrapers that we've built. So we can crawl your menu page and import all of your data that way. Also, alternatively, restaurants can simply take a picture of their menu, and we automatically import their products using OCR technology, and then generate a digital version which matches the exact same style and layout as their printed menu. So once on board, restaurants use our drag and drop editor and edit menus. So we make adding photos, descriptions, allergens, and other important information really, really simple to add to your digital menu. Any changes then propagate to other platforms such as Deliveroo, Just Eat, and Uber Eats. But Papershop aims to digitize menus fully, and part of this goal is implementing smarter menus in restaurants by replacing printed menus entirely. So for that, we've created NFC smart menu cards, which are placed on restaurant tables. Customers simply tap their phone off of these NFC cards, and instead of opening up some dodgy PDF file, it instead opens up a mobile-first digital menu, which is beautiful, searchable, and complete with high-quality images and descriptions. Our digital menus are also optimized for high rankings on Google, which means your customers will be able to locate and browse your restaurant's menu ahead of time. If your restaurant doesn't already have a website, your Papershop page can be your website. But if you do have a website, adding your menu to your website is as simple as embedding it within your menu page. And anytime you make changes, it'll automatically update. We started working on Papershop at the beginning of patch 6 weeks ago, and today we have a fully working MVP, ready to be distributed to restaurants across the country. In the coming weeks, we intend on launching publicly for the first time. We just finished distributing our first batch of smart menus, and we are now currently in 3 restaurants in Dublin and have a restaurant in Singapore signed up. We plan on monetizing this menu data going forward and believe the value of this data far outweighs customer acquisition costs, since menu data has yet to be digitally indexed by the vast majority of restaurants. Papershop was founded by myself and Richard. Our backgrounds are both in tech. I have experience in bug bounties, having found major security flaws in websites like Sony and open source projects relied on by millions of websites. Richard represented Northern Ireland at the International Science and Engineering Fair last year and will be studying computer science at MIT. Our mentor is Newbie K, who works for Stripe and has experience in food tech. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. We're currently looking to raise capital to grow Papershop, and would really appreciate anyone who could help us out with that. At Papershop, we're bringing restaurant menus into the 21st century. Thank you.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks very much, Killian. Richard and James. James, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, thank you so much, Killian. That was absolutely fantastic. Really amazing work by you and Richard. I really love the idea of the scrapers and using that as growth hacking. You started on Papershop about 6 weeks ago, and now you have an MVP, and then you have this goal of 100 restaurants. What's left in the product that you have to build to, I guess, realize that 100 restaurant goal?
Yeah, sure. So I can take that. So we have all the menus sort of online and the shop front, but we have to get sort of the back end dashboard for the restaurants. And so that's primarily just getting the customization options there to reflect the different styles that certain restaurants have, and just ensure that the way that they add products and change their menus is super simple, super easy, and just really the flow works for them.
Great. And I think with this scraping approach, it seems like you could pretty much like scrape the entirety of Cork City and then like reach those emails and say like, we have your like restaurant, you're ready to go. And like getting to this 100 restaurants, or when you think about like trying to scale up and you're already like looking at restaurants in Singapore, have you kind of got any growth tactics like that, or like kind of further hacks?
So yeah, we were looking at the possibility of scraping maybe like a street, an entire street, and then sort of attacking that as a sort of sales approach. So we could walk down the street with everybody's menus ready and just go in and offer it to them as a service. So like having the printed menus, the smart menu cards to offer them sort of immediately offers them the value and is a sort of good way to get into shops. We've already distributed menus to every single restaurant we've actually pitched to, so we've had a pretty good success rate so far.
That's class. So in a few weeks when I'm walking down Georgia Street, I'm just going to see Papershop everywhere. And then like, so the NFC stuff seems like super cool as well. And like, so when you tap the NFC, it will open up your menu in the web browser, right?
Yeah.
It seems like then there would be like opportunity in the future. Maybe you have an app and you like create a new channel between like Papershop and the customers. Like in that roadmap and having NFC and this kind of stuff, like what excites you most?
I would say we're looking at different ways of sort of approaching this. There's obviously a lot of different ways we could go from here. Like, for example, we could go into the ordering side of things or, actually accepting payments. But primarily what we're looking at is like offering the ability to offer premium insights to restaurants through their menu data. So if we can onboard restaurants and have that menu data, which is historically kind of being offline, we could definitely look at that as a sort of as the next place to go.
Great. And then I suppose also, so with all this data, and I imagine there must be like a treasure trove when it comes to allergens, ingredients, and whatever. Is the reality of restaurants like that bad right now, where they have like no insight, no feedback loops on what to change or like how to optimize their menu?
Yeah, so like primarily, it's sort of just like getting the feel of it, or like seeing, you put something on your menu, you see your customers like it, then like the next time you're changing your menu, either take it off or continue with it. Like, and then that really is just up to like maybe your POS system can track, how much you're selling, but you're potentially not seeing like how much customers are looking at an item, how long they're lingering on it. Like, are they confused by your description or that sort of thing? The other side is like what ingredients are you putting into your, like you were saying, ingredients like allergens, like what ingredients are you putting into your products? Are they all correctly labeled with all the allergens? Like, is there a way you can get your suppliers to give you cheaper prices? Are you being compliant with all the regulations?
Got it. All right. Well, that's all what we have time for now.
All right, take it down.
Killian, Richard, thanks very much. Good job. And thanks, James. We'll see you again very soon.